Oh shit. I forgot that I pressed the damn button. All right. So this live stream, it's about solutions to stupid decisions of your family members, and it's like a midlife crisis situation, right? So it's a weird sensation when you get to this stage in life and your brain feels numb and it's like you're stuck on stupid. So this is my specific circumstance and I found solutions to it and I'm sharing the solutions. So some of us, we got a simple life and some of us, our life becomes a little more complicated. And there's a saying that says more money, more problems, right? So in our youth, we're like pursuing financial goals. And one of the goals is to own real estate. So some people get investment properties, right? So uh, all of a sudden, life went by so fast that you may have gotten like one or two properties, and then based on economic circumstances, like it's like a stop. It's like something just presses the pause button, and it's like you can't go no further. So I'm in a situation like that, but the property is in my dad's name. It's my dad's properties. So I help him collect the rent, right? So it's going on 1 year now, and all of a sudden he just stopped functioning like normal. Like he doesn't go outside because the sun hurts his eyes because he's a diabetic, and he's like weak and frail. The diabetic insulin, it burns him when he takes it, and then it's like he lost a lot of weight. So when we tried to change it with the insurance, Trump fucked up the system, so the insurance didn't like swap it out. What's up, Cayenne Menard? Yeah, I'm talking about like a midlife crisis or family issues and some smart solutions to these problems. So I don't know if you got kids or if you got a parent, but these are some of the things that you're going to need in life based on what I'm saying. So, what's up, Carter YT? So, um, oh yeah, back to the topic. Uh, so my dad has real estate property, right? And there's a tenant in it, but the economy's fucked up and the house didn't get upgraded, so you can't raise the rent. And then the banks raise the mortgage, so now the rent that's being collected doesn't cover the banking mortgage because of Trump fucking up the systems. So the property is underwater. And I've been telling people about this for years. I've been saying, yo, Trump is doing racketeering. He's crashing the system on purpose to basically steal your property. So our house wasn't able to get upgraded because I left my job eight and a half years ago. No, 9 years, going on 9 years. And um, I've been volunteering. So I didn't have any income to help my dad fix up his property. So now it's like everything's underwater. So other people that does have good properties, if Trump jacked up the banking system and the mortgage raised up, you can't really raise the rent even though it's a good property. And then Trump just will buy up a foreclosed property that's investment property for pennies on a dollar after you put thousands of dollars fixing it up. So it's a racketeering thing, right? So in my situation, um, it's a administrative uh, situation. So the thing is, I still have to collect the checks from the tenant. But when I collect the checks from the tenant, I give it to my dad. But my dad is out of service based on his health conditions. So there's one solution, which is that it's a good thing that, what's up, Terrence Collin. There's one good solution that I have the same name as my dad. So I could like pull the checks, right? Cash it and then give it to my dad because my dad, he doesn't like the banking system, so he doesn't allow me to use his debit card and put the debit card in and then deposit the checks into his account. So for whatever reason, right? So the other way is I just do that and then give him his cash, right? What's up? So now this releases that burden of the tenant because the tenant needs to keep track of their money also. So it's like if the check's not getting cashed, it's going to mess up their accounting system, and they're going to think they have more money than they have, and then all of a sudden it's getting like a overdraft fee and all kinds of stuff, right? So the business always has to keep moving forward. So that's the solution to this bizarre situation when you as an offspring becomes a caretaker for your parent that has investment property, right? Now the other thing is, um, my dad should have established like paperwork or like a power of attorney situation. And oh, James E. Murphy says it's raining. You're a junior. Yo, we talking about juniors and seniors, yo, and how we got to manage like properties if you have one when somebody gets injured. So my dad right now, he's the injured party. What he got old, so he's like out of service and can't do nothing. So yeah, so that's the next solution is for my dad. He was supposed to sign over like power of attorney paperwork, and I would be able to go to his bank and do this on behalf of him, but he never did it, or he doesn't want to do it. So you're getting screwed, right? So that's like two possibilities or solutions to this crisis within the family, right? And then the next solution is that I just go to the tenant. Let's say I had a different name. I'm like, hey, my dad, he's ill and he's not functioning properly. But the tenant, it's already established. Like I've been working with the tenant for years, right? So the tenant already knows me. So let's say my name was John instead of the same name as my dad. I would say like, hey, I need you to like start writing the checks to me so I could like put it in my bank account and then give my dad the cash because the checks always need to get cleared in a timely fashion. So that's like three ways out of this crisis. Some parents, they have a higher education and understanding of business, and they would have set up the right paperwork. But my dad, it's like he's just weak, frail, and he's like, I think he's given up on life. So there's a term called failure to thrive, and that's in the healthcare system for like hospice patients. Like let's say you have cancer and like you're done, like the cancer's not going away, and then your body's breaking down completely. That's a failure to thrive diagnosis. But my dad is it's like a less severe failure to thrive. He's just an old man that's weak. He can still get up and go to the bathroom, but yeah, he's just like he doesn't have the energy. So that right there is the solutions to the situation. Um, but as far as the rent goes, we have to fix the banking system in order to bring the mortgages down. And Trump needs to get out because he's just jacking stuff up. Recently, he took over DC, and he's trying to declare that there's what's up, Irani, damn, Argo, damn it, I can't get that name, yo. But what's up? Welcome. So yeah, so Trump is doing this weird thing with the system, and he's declaring a high crime rate in DC when the crime rate's been going lower. And if you look on YouTube, you're going to see survivors of like child trafficking or human trafficking, right? And some of those people, they talk about politicians. So within that DC area, right, I'm going to bet that Trump knows people in that area that kidnap some kids or adults. And then somehow they let them go. And now these people are in homeless camps, and Trump wants to round those people up and put them in jail so that they can't talk. So they want to take over like all the homeless people, because the survivors was talking to people throughout the whole homeless encampment. So there's going to be stories popping up, and it's going to demonize Trump and make him go even more crazy, because he's been assaulting people throughout his lifetime, because he was on top of the world as a billionaire and he felt like he could do whatever he wants. So this is why the banking system got jacked up. And it's like, it's intentional, because the government was never functioning like this over the past 8 years or 20, 30 years. The way it is now. So I remember when Bill Clinton was in office, the economy was doing okay, people was getting by. Obama got into office, the economy was doing okay, people getting by. But this situation with Trump, it's like a clear sabotage of every system within the government. So now we're starting to see why he's so determined to do that type of damage to the systems. And it's a selfish act, because he needs to see beyond his problems and think about like, yo, I'm gonna die soon, and this is what I'm leaving the world, like a jacked up, chaotic system, because, I did something wrong in my life. And so he needs to reflect, and if he can't do it on earth, the gods of the heavens and the hell realms need to like force him to reflect on his bad deeds that he did on this planet. So it's really unfair to so many people around the world that don't have like an air conditioner, they don't have clean water, and this billionaire that had everything in the whole world, including golden toilets and all of that, is doing this to everybody on the planet. So I just I don't know. That's my rant. That's all I got. So I'm about to get out of here. Any questions, comments, insults before I go? I got 4 peoples up in here. Alrighty. EJ Wiley got